Welcome back, everybody, to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise. 3 weeks left in the season. Still unbeaten. Couple games left here before we face still an unbeaten Ravens team. So we'll see what happens these next two games. That could be the matchup of the century there in week 18. But as you can see, the Chiefs, they have only lost twice this season, both to us. So that is crazy for Kansas City. They've gone unbeaten for the rest of the teams. They just can't seem to beat us. But with that, 3 weeks left, we win this game, we clinch the division. So the division will be clinched with a win here today. Max Sampson, it says he has a breakout, but as you can see, he is an X factor. Now, I didn't show this last time, obviously, because it just didn't make any sense to me. Why does he have a breakout chance when he is already a superstar X factor? You can see that is superstar X factor, type things you need to get that. It just says significant amount of XP, I guess, but doesn't really make any sense to me. Now, as for this one does. And as you can see, it's going to be Jalen Waddle, who has a chance to be a superstar X Factor, 4 touchdowns or 200 yards receiving, which I think we could possibly get that for sure. We've had some games like that in this season, as you can see. But Jalen Jenkins, 24 touchdowns on the season. He is 4 away from LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. So I don't know if he'll get this today. I mean, especially if we're trying to get the ball to Jalen Waddle and get those touchdowns or yards. But Jenkins obviously has had a 5-touchdown game, a 4-touchdown performance. He's easily possible could get it today, but we'll see. Waddle's going to be the focus, and obviously the focus is getting the win, clinching this division once again, and continue this unbeaten streak with the possible matchup with an unbeaten Ravens team to finish off the season. So here is Jared Goff and this Detroit Lions team still here in Detroit. Solid season, 22 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. And this Lions team, I almost said Tigers, this Lions team they could give us a test. We'll see, as that's going to be dumped off, and that is not going anywhere. Christopher Smith there with the stop. Obviously, a tough place to play. This Lions team still playing for the playoffs. So this is a big game. 3rd and 13. Goff back to throw. Looking. Can't find anybody. He's going to be taken down. The ball is loose. And picked up by Uche. I believe Josh Uche's the one that got the sack, the forced fumble, and the recovery. Gets the trifecta there. And that's going to set us up with some great field position. You can see he knocked it out there with his left hand. And look where we're at here at the 5. 1st and goal. Hand to Jenkins. Makes a juke move. In for the touchdown. That was easy. Jalen Jenkins, touchdown number 25 on the season. Gives us this early lead. Just one man to beat, and he's got that all day. So just 3 away from tying Tomlinson. Obviously, 4. Well, you know what the funny part is? Next week, take on the Chargers. So say he has a chance to break that record against the team and the player that played for that team, Tomlinson, for the Chargers. That'd be something. 3rd and 6. Goff tries to set up a screen. That's not going to work out at all. So we're going to have some offensive line injuries there. But that's a quick 3 and out from Detroit. Punt. And now here we go. Jalen Waddle with the grab underneath. Makes a move. That's going to be a 1st down. And obviously, we try to get the ball to Waddle anyway. It's not like we're going to force the ball to Waddle. I mean, he's our main target regardless. But, hopefully we can have a really, solid game. He is, I think, the toughest receiver to cover right now in the NFL. Unbelievable season. Waddle with another catch, 1st down. I mean, he had some rough seasons there in Miami. Maybe not utilized the best, but he's being utilized here in Vegas. That's for sure. Jenkins with the 1st down run, moving the ball up to the 36. Go back to the ground game. Jenkins. Oh, man. That was a really nice run. I mean, you make it look like you're going the other way. Cuts back real quick. That just quick agility that he has. Cuts through for the 1st down. Move the chains. Here comes a blitz. We're going to swing out real quick to Jenkins. And Jenkins getting involved here in the receiving game as well. 1st down to the 12-yard line. Move the chains. Obviously would love to get Waddle a touchdown here. Sampson to throw. Looking. Nothing there. Time runs out. And Giles is going to bring him down for the sack. So Knox is all the way back to the 20-yard line. And now he's 2nd and 18. Can still get a 1st down here. Sampson looking, steps up, throws. Waddle has got it for the touchdown. Some of these throws from Sampson and the footwork from Jalen Waddle, unbelievable. Somehow just slow down the momentum, throw is perfectly on line, getting those 2 feet just, and you can see he's down one there, drags the other one, he's in, touchdown, 14-0 lead. So there's one touchdown for Waddle. We'll see, as that is a nice throw. Back shoulder, Amon-Ra St. Brown with their grab and a first down. Obviously a very, very talented receiver. He is tough to cover, there's no doubt. 1st and 10. Try to go to the run game. Bonner's going nowhere. Christian Harris there for the stop. And a 3rd down and 5 for Detroit here. Looking, Goff underneath. Oh, Laporta can't hang on to it. Would have had the first down. Drops the pass. Incomplete. Detroit punts the ball. And here comes this offense once again. Go to Jalen Jenkins. Cuts around the edge. Gets away from Campbell. Makes 2 more guys miss. And he's up to the 42-yard line and a first down. You know, it's so funny because it's, you know, you want to get the ball to Waddle. Get this X-Factor upgrade. Get him like 200 yards with the 4 touchdowns. But you run the ball so well, too. You just, how can you take the ball out of Jalen Jenkins' hand? It's really tough. As we'll find Mechie underneath. He's got a first down up to the 41. So we head into the second quarter here. Play action. Sampson rolling out, looking down the field, has an open man. Joseph Good with a grab, makes a man miss, and Good will be brought down around the 9-yard line. 1st and goal to go, and trying to put this up to a 3-score lead. And right now, you know, we've been in another class probably this entire year other than maybe the Kansas City games, as that's not going to work out. That's going to be a sack. Giles, again, knocks us back to the 18. But right now, I mean, every other team, we're just in another class. We really are. We're just that much more talented. 3rd and goal. They're bringing some heat, and they leave Jalen Waddle wide open. What are you doing, Detroit, with that play call? They bring him an all-out blitz on 5 wide. Waddle is just left all alone. Easy touchdown. So touchdown number 2 there for Jalen Waddle. 21-0 lead. Can Detroit get anything here? That's caught. First down up to the 28-yard line, and I realize what number he is wearing. You know, it happens. How much you can really do about that. So 3rd and 8 now from the 25-yard line. Looking Goff, running out of time, and how is that not a fumble? Even if the arm is going forward, that is a backwards pass. I can see it down below. You got Baltimore, Kansas City, so that is a big-time game there. Kick for it's up and good, but how was that not a backwards pass and a fumble? Interesting. That is an interesting call there, but Detroit finally gets on the board. 21-3 as Stamper with the run and a first down. Now, obviously, I know, you know, these games haven't been competitive. It's tough probably to watch. It's tough to be for sometimes to play as Waddle down the field. Waddle's got it. First down up to the 35-yard line. Right now, the way it's going, we're going to have the touchdowns and catches, the receiving yards, both of them. But it's tough. I understand. But it's just because this team is just so much better. You know, we're a 91 or 92 overall team. You know, usually most teams we come up against are like an 85. And we're just so much better of a team. It's just not the same. As Sampson rolling, fires, and incomplete. Likely can't hang on to the ball. So I think we'll probably settle for 3 here. Put this back up to a 21-point lead. Kick is up from Carlson. It's good. But yeah, I mean, that's the real reason why. You know, I've tried different sliders. I saw a new slider set that came out. I usually use Mat 10 slider sets. Just a few little adjustments here and there. But basically the same set. Kind of the same set that Mr. Hurricane uses. That's what I'm using here. But, you know, when you look at, you're like, oh, you got to change the sliders. Really, it just comes down to the team. And it comes down to team building. And the CPU team building, I've said this before, is just not good. And as a user, you're just going to be a lot better. And we've built this team up so much as the ball floats in the air that we're like a far superior team than anybody in the, maybe other than maybe a couple teams. Like Baltimore is right there. Obviously, Kansas City has been giving us really good games. You know, really should have beat us in week 1 of this season. But That's it. So when you match up to the rest of these games, it's just not really a contest. It could be close at some point, but usually by the second half, it's just not a contest. Our, superior talent is going to come through. I mean, our offense is almost unstoppable. Our offensive line is just ridiculous. We have, 2 1,000-yard receivers, solid tight end, running back who might break the rushing record. Yeah, everything about our offense. And obviously you have Max Sampson, the quarterback, as that's going to be a touchdown there to Caldwell. So the Lions get into the end zone trying to keep this competitive. And then you go to the defensive side of the ball. I mean, good luck. Best pass rushers in the NFL. Max Crosby is the best. Has a sack record, a couple years ago. Secondary is just filled with talent. And, the linebackers are, Bernie's up there, one of the best. It's just, you can't stop our team right now, as we still have 32 seconds left here in the first half, and we're going to find Waddle for the catch and a first down and out of bounds, so we can save a timeout. Sampson looking. Floats this. It's just like that. How do you stop that? That is on the money. Perfect. Finding Waddle. We'll use a second timeout here. We have 27 seconds left now. Still have that last time out. Dump it down to Jenkins. Uses the speed. Gets the first and out of bounds. We have got this down to the 20-yard line in 11 seconds. This is ridiculous. We're going to find Waddle, catch. Touchdown. Wow. That drive, I think it was actually, we had 34 seconds. What was that, a 15-second drive down the field for a touchdown? That's what I'm saying. It's just not much you can do. The only troubles that we have sometimes is that it's a really great defensive front that gives us a little bit of issues. But if you don't get pressure on us at all, we're just going to eat you up. 31-10 at half. Jalen Waddle has 3 touchdowns already. So we're just 1 touchdown away. His yardage has got to be up there. Hopefully they give us an update right before we go into the second half. But man, dominating this game. Looks like we might stay unbeaten. Baltimore with a 14-10 lead over Kansas City. So they are trying to remain unbeaten because that is going to set up. I really hope they win this game and the next. I would love to have a Week 18 final game of the season matchup. Both teams unbeaten. It would be unbelievable. Winner obviously remains unbeaten, gets the number 1 seed, but then you still have a team at that moment in time that would be 17-1 going into the playoffs. Could be a possible other AFC Championship rematch. That would be something else. Look at the first half from Jalen Waddle. 9 for 161 and 3 touchdowns. Sometimes some receivers have that in like a 2-week time period. So we're 39 yards away from getting X Factor for Waddle, and guess what? We get in on the first play of the second half. Jalen Waddle down to the 13-yard line, and now we can have him as a superstar X Factor. Jalen Waddle has got it. We don't even have to even go the full game. We go, not even 2.5 quarters. Like 2 quarters in a play to get that. Unbelievable. 4th and 1, we're going to go for this. Hand it off to Jenkins. He should have enough. He's got a first down, and right now we can probably get Jenkins, do our best to get Jenkins another touchdown. That would be what you want to see. We're going to pass this to Waddle. Get it around the edge. Waddle trying to get that touchdown, that 4th one of the game. He will not be able to get there, so that is actually going to be a loss and brings up a 3rd down and goal. Sampson to throw. Looking. Watch out. Pressure. Ball is loose. Picked up by Detroit, and that's going to be a turnover. So the Detroit defense, hey, you give up the big play, but that's okay. You get a stop. You get a turnover. If they can go down and get a touchdown here, then we got a game. But they're going to have to convert here. Fire, and that's not going to help. That is just total miscommunication. Golf well off there, incomplete. And a 3rd down and 4. Golf looking. Fires, had a man, could have been a touchdown, but he overthrows him, incomplete. The pressure gets to Goff, and that is a punt. So we might have turned the ball over, but Detroit can't do anything with it. As Stamper with the carry, Stamper gets into Detroit territory, first down, and obviously you're trying to get it to Waddle, trying to get to your other guys. Stamper just trying to get some carries, but the youngster has had a really good season. He really has. 3rd and 3, we'll force it out to Jenkins, who I believe that's his 3rd catch of the game. First down, move the chains, and I think every catch he's had has been a first. As Jenkins with the ball now in the run game, first down to the 25-yard line. Still having a solid game, that's for sure. We're trying to build this lead up. Sampson looking, plenty of time to throw. Over the middle, find Wicks for the grab. And Wicks will be down to the 6-yard line. I mean, we had all day there with Max Sampson. That wasn't even, we got to just pick and choose whoever we want to go there. So 1st and goal, we go to the run game with Jenkins, and he'll drag some defenders down to the 2-yard line. So obviously couldn't put it in last time. Can we do it this time? 3rd and goal. Sampson looking, fires, and it's broken up. Aiden Hutchinson, that's a great play from the defensive end. And we're going to go for it here, 4th and goal from the 3. Sampson fires, incomplete, intended for Waddle. So the Detroit defense, 2 really goal line stands where we could have just blown this game out, somewhat keeps them in it. The question is, can the offense do anything about it? As Uche is shaken up on the play. Was a little short of the first down as well. So 3rd down and inches. Hopefully Uche is all right. They're going to run the ball. And that is going absolutely nowhere. Carlos Hurts, Christian Harris, all over it. Nowhere to be seen there. Shoulder strain, so he'll be able to return Uche. And that is a Detroit punt once again. As Sampson looking down the field. Oh, man, Joseph Good is just absolutely wide open. And Good has the catch. He's down to the 26-yard line. First down. We head into the 4th quarter, just trying to completely put this game out of reach. Sampson to throw. Up top. Waddle. 2 feet in bounds. Got it. Touchdown. Well, we didn't leave anything untouched there. Over 200 yards receiving. 4 touchdowns. Got that all day. Jalen Waddle. There's not too many times. You know, we've had this in the past with some receivers trying to get those upgrades, and it's not easy. It really isn't. Jalen Waddle just makes it look easy. He is unbelievable. What a season he is having. I mean, the yards per catch is just unreal. Wow. 4th and 7 here for Detroit. Goff to throw. That's floating up. It's picked off. Long has got it. And he's going to try to get some sort of return out of this one. And you know what? That could be possibly your ball game. Goff hit. I mean, I don't know. He's just trying to force it up there, obviously. But, you know, being hit doesn't help out anything. Maybe we'll do one last drive here with the starters as Sampson underneath caught. I guess we still have to get the, I think we got it with Sampson, the 400 yards. So maybe that's what we tried to get here. Even though he's already an X factor, it doesn't really matter about the upgrade. Jalen Jenkins with the carry. Jenkins down to the 18. Obviously, maybe try to get him another touchdown as well. That would be, you know, get him even closer to this record. As Sampson back to throw. Underneath. Finds Joseph Good. Good will get down to the 2-yard line. As Zion Johnson, for us, shaking up a little bit. So 1st and goal. And just trying to put one in because we haven't had any luck down here at the goal line. This time we will. Jalen Jenkins in for the touchdown. 2nd of the game. Puts him at 26 on the season. 2 away from tying. So he'll have 2 games to get 3 touchdowns and break the record. And that will be the final here in Detroit. Really not much of a contest once again. I know it's another blowout. 45-13 is your score. But Jalen Waddle is going to be an X factor. 418 yards passing for Max Sampson. 4 touchdowns. I mean, Sampson is just... We saw it in his rookie season, and then he went down. And then the second season, he had the injury problems too. You know, we always saw it, 249 for Waddle. I mean, Joseph Good had 100 yards as well. But last year, we saw everything. He just took off. What a season. Wins a Super Bowl. And he's just such, you know, you could see just the rhythm he is in, he's this whole offense, I mean, runs off Max Sampson. It really does. I mean, Jalen Waddle helps completely. Jenkins, but Sampson is the key. I think you throw in another quarterback, it's just not the same. With him in it, it's just everything flows perfectly. And he is an unbelievable quarterback. Got to be one of the best in the NFL. Got to be top 3, I would say. Yeah, X Factor upgrade for Jalen Waddle, which, I mean, he plays like an X Factor anyway. Now it just makes it official. Uche did get injured again at the end of the game, and he tore his labrum. So that is no good. Josh Uche will be out for 4 weeks. The Ravens did end up winning 28-20. They beat Kansas City. So there you go. The Ravens remain unbeaten. How about Kansas City? You lose 3 games right now the entire season. The only 3 games you have lost are to unbeaten teams. Man, that's got to be a little bit frustrating. But as you can see, the stats so far this season, we got 2 games left. Sampson almost 4,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, 6 picks. The picks have subsided a little bit. Jenkins leading the league, I believe, right now in rushing. You can see the 26 touchdowns, only 1 fumble. Stamper has 637 and 5 touchdowns as a rookie. That's averaging 6.1 a carry. Great stats. Look at Jalen Waddle, 19.8 a catch, up to 10 touchdowns, almost 1,600 yards. Joseph Good now over 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. He's having a great season. Likely has slowed down, but still the best season he's ever had in his career. Probably going to be over 800 yards receiving. So, even with the slowdown of Likely, we still have so many weapons on this team. Actually, Tyree Patterson, the corner, is leading us in tackles. Christian Harris has moved his way up there since, kind of being more of a starter. Max Crosby obviously leading us in tackles for loss. There's none, that's easy all day. He has 21.5 sacks. 15.5 from Uche. 8.5 from Owe. Nix has 3, the rookie down there. Christian Harris has 3.5 sacks. Even Patterson has 3.5 sacks. Interceptions, we don't get a whole lot. Christopher Smith has 3. Bernie has 2. A bunch of guys there with 1. Don't really get a lot of turnovers, that's for sure. Yeah, Mahomes leads right now in the league in passing, but Sampson right there behind him. How about touchdowns? Yeah, Mahomes with 35, Dak with 34, Purdy with 31, Young there with 31, and there's Sampson with 29. Jalen Jenkins does lead the league in rushing. Saquon Barkley behind him. So right now, Jenkins on his way to win the rushing title, break the rushing touchdown record. And he probably will still finish 5th in the MVP voting. That's just how it is with, quarterbacks and everything. But that guy, Watford has 19. So he could reach 20 touchdowns. Garrison Coates, Adrian Dickerson. So all the young running backs are starting to get up on that list. So that is really cool to see. Waddle leads the league in receiving by 2 yards over Brandon Ayuk. Chase is there, Rashee Rice, and there's Joseph Good. So Joseph Good right there. Kelsey is still just putting up numbers left and right. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who had a pretty good game against us, but not much. Went in a big loss. But Brandon Ayuk has 19 touchdowns. So he has a chance to break the record too. I think he needs 4 to tie. Is that the record, 23 with Randy Moss? But he is close. That's a heck of a season from Brandon Ayuk. Man, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that one. Patrick Green right now leads the league in total tackles with 129. There's Jay Spencer, Jeremy Leno. So some young guys up there as well. Good to see. Tackles for loss. Well, technically Crosby leads, but doesn't qualify with the total tackles or just glitches out. I don't know which one it is. But Micah Parsons has 20 sacks. So Parsons is right behind Crosby. What a season from Micah Parsons. Burns with 15.5 and Hutchinson with 14. What a season there. for Micah Parsons. I guess not being held as much, right? Ramsey with 5 picks, Humphrey with 4. So there's Kyle Hamilton with 4. Oh, Roquan Smith actually has 4. So there you go, 15-0. We'll take on the 6-9 Chargers. This is pretty much the last game for them. I think they're out of it anyway, but they're going to want to play spoilers. They're going to want to knock off our unbeaten streak and, be the team that beat us. We have a chance to break the rushing record against the team and the player that played for that team. So intrigue here, see if we can keep it and maybe have a crazy Week 18 matchup. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.